Welcome to Therapeutic Intentions Podcast. My name is Stefanie Dingbaum. I am a mental health therapist, and I am so passionate about all things health and wellness, personal development, and empowering others to be their most authentic and best versions of themselves. Here at Therapeutic Intentions, we are all about having intentional and authentic conversations on whole body health, healing practices, mindset, and ways to uplevel your life so you can truly be the best version of you. If you are a woman, a mom, hope to someday be a mom, a healer, or just in a place where you want to start prioritizing yourself and your health, then this podcast is for you. I am so glad you're here. If you're ready, let's get to it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Therapeutic Intentions Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I just want to say I have been receiving some incredible feedback for the podcast lately. I'm so grateful for those of you that are leaving ratings and reviews. It really means a lot to me. I will share that just a week ago, I was home in the middle of the day and it was my admin day. I was working from home and I took the dog for a walk in the middle of the day, just took a break from working and took the dog for a walk, and I was on the phone with my best friend at the time. And anyways, this gal from town right here where I live had approached me and just let me know as she was walking that I was in her ear and that she was listening to me. And truth be told, this was not somebody that I thought would be listening to me. I mean, I think sometimes you get this image in your head of who your ideal listener is. And then sometimes you have people that approach you and they're like, oh my gosh, I listen to your podcast and I love it. And it's like, what, you do? Like, I don't know. Sometimes it just takes me by surprise. So I had to share that because it just really, it threw me a little bit. I was not expecting that. And she's a mom from here in town and she's a busy entrepreneur as well. And so anyways, I think it's funny how you kind of think you know who's listening. And sometimes there's surprises like that. And it just really was heartwarming to hear that from somebody that like I truly did not expect to hear that from. I guess you just never know who's tuning in, but thank you for those of you who have been loyally tuning in. It really means a lot to me. I'm so excited to dive into today's episode. I do want to give a little update as to what's been going on in my life. So earlier this week, I had the amazing opportunity to be a part of a panel of speakers at my friend Liz Garcia's networking event. She does these networking events, I would say quarterly, and it's called the Expand Networking Events. And this event was actually hosted at the Health Spa in Peosta, Iowa, which that's where I go for my integrative health care needs. And they have this really neat loft room there, and the owner, Stefanie, she's this amazing entrepreneur. And so, yeah, that's where we had the networking event, was up in this loft at the health spa. And like I said, I got to be one of the panelists speaking that night. And I mean, I've been wanting to get more into public speaking. And so I was really looking forward to this event, but I really underestimated just how much this event would fill my cup up. I mean, I knew most of the people there. A lot of them are regular attendees at this female entrepreneur collective that meets once a month in my area. So it was kind of nice to get to talk with them and catch up with a bunch of them, but also just being able to talk about health and wellness, which is a subject that is near and dear to my heart, both personally and professionally. It was just so great to be able to speak in front of other women and be in a room with like-minded women. I mean, I know I say this a lot. I know I say this a lot on here, but the value of being in a room with like-minded women, you just can't put a price on that. I mean, it is so valuable. And every single time, I mean, whether it's our monthly female entrepreneur group meetings or these networking events or a local community event, whatever it is, like being in a room with like-minded women, like-minded individuals is so fulfilling. I mean, it just truly filled my cup up. And that was Thursday night this week. And I still feel like I'm on a high from it. I was so grateful to be a part of the panelists too. I mean, the group of ladies besides myself that were a part of this panel were just truly incredible women. I mean, women who are running successful businesses all in the arena of health and wellness, and they're all thriving in their businesses. And oh, it's just so beautiful. And we're all just so passionate about what we do. And it's just so great to see that. And then when you're looking out into the crowd, the people that are there listening to us, it's just so heartwarming to see women sitting out there just like eating up what we're telling them. Like they're truly so excited to hear what we have to say, and they want to hear more. And I just love that. I love the passion in women that come to these events. It's just such a beautiful thing. And just like I said, truly a solid group of ladies at this event Thursday night. I will say that just the whole event, everything from supporting Liz to getting to catch up with other entrepreneurs there that night to one of my own good friends being there supporting me. I mean, she's one of my like go-to cheerleaders in my life. All of it combined just really reignited this fire under my ass. And so this weekend, we didn't have any plans going on this weekend. At the time that I'm recording this, it's November 9th, and we didn't have any plans this weekend. And so I like literally ran with that energy, and I have all these things I'm hoping to accomplish with the business this weekend to hopefully move the needle forward, because I am feeling so motivated right now. And it's just such a great feeling. So I had to share that with you guys, because as I'm hoping to get more public speaking opportunities in the future. And this just reminded me why I like doing that. One, I love being able to speak about topics that I'm passionate about, but two, I love the energy of being around other like-minded individuals. I just love that. And I guess while I'm talking about speaking opportunities, I will tell you that it's a minor thing, but I also got asked to speak this week at a Girl Scout troop meeting, which I know it's not like a big deal to some, but I personally am so excited to talk to these little girls about the topic of mental health. My plan is to talk to them all about self-esteem, confidence building, your inner self-talk. I'm just so excited because that is a topic that I feel all girls can benefit from. I know that some of the girls that I see even in my therapy practice, like I feel like we can't talk enough about confidence. And so I'm really excited to talk to this group of girls this week. That'll be Monday night. And then Tuesday morning, ironically, so Tuesday morning is my monthly meeting. Like I mentioned, I meet once a month with this female entrepreneur group, like collective. We meet, there's a bunch of gals from this part of the state, like our Tri-County area kind of. We meet once a month. And so this week is that monthly meeting Tuesday morning, and I offered to speak at it. And so I'm going to be working with everyone at the group on working through our limiting beliefs, because we all have them. And that's perfect, because that's actually what I'm going to be doing with my coaching business as well, is helping female entrepreneurs peel away layers of themselves that don't fit anymore and work through limiting beliefs that are holding us back in order to show up as our most authentic versions of ourselves. And as a result of that, run a successful business. So I'm really excited for these opportunities, and I'm hoping that as the year winds down, that I get more opportunities, because truly they just fill my cup up. They're very fulfilling. And I love the podcast because it gives me an opportunity to truly speak my truth, to truly like talk about things that I'm passionate about. But there's also something to be said about talking in front of a group of people face to face, and just seeing their faces light up when they feel like you're talking directly to them. It's just such a great feeling. So yeah, really excited about these opportunities. If you are short or petite in any way, then listen up. This ad is for you. Did you know that nearly half of all women in the US are 5'4" or under, therefore considered petite? Being petite should not mean compromising on your style. For years, I shopped in the children's section at certain stores just to be able to find clothes that fit me somewhat decently without needing to be hemmed or altered. Even when I did shop in the adult section, it was always difficult to find clothes that came in extra small, or even worse, extra, extra small. The only way to find petite clothes was for me to order online. But that meant not being able to try them on or know if they fit correctly or not. When I finally did find some loyal companies that actually sold my sizes, I still almost always needed alterations to be done. Either the arms were too long, the pants were too long, or the waist was still wider than I'd like. I felt like I was not asking for too much to be able to have clothes that fit me to a T without needing to spend extra money getting clothes altered. Due to the poor fit in clothes, I had grown to hate shopping. Seriously, you guys, I never looked forward to it, especially knowing I wasn't going to find something that fit me just right. This frustration led me to researching style boxes in hopes that maybe, just maybe, I could find a style box to accommodate my petite size. Initially, I hit dead end after dead end. Either they didn't offer petite options or they didn't go down to extra, extra small in sizes, which is what I needed. All my prayers were answered one day when I stumbled upon a clothes subscription box called Short Story. Short Story's mission is to help petite women dress with total confidence. They acknowledge that fashion has never been petite friendly, and they are completely rewriting the rules. Amazing, right? They have clothes for petites of all sizes, all heights, and all shapes. Even better, they get their inspiration directly from their buyers, people like you and me who subscribe to them. They literally create and design their clothing lines using our specific feedback. How freaking amazing is that, you guys? There's so much I love about Short Story, but I'll keep it short and sweet so you can get back to the show. First things first, you can order boxes monthly, bi-monthly, every 3 months. You can personalize it to your own specific shopping needs, which is awesome. No more ordering online, going into stores. I get my box monthly and it always comes with 7 items. I would say on average, I keep anywhere from 4 to 6 of the items depending on the month. And another added benefit, when I started, I took their styling quiz and gave them my specific measurements for my entire body. We're talking bust, waist, height, arm length, etc., which means no more alterations. Everything fits my arms, my legs, all of it. It's like, I don't know, I feel like I have my own personal stylist. It makes me feel like a freaking rock star. And after each box, I'm able to give my stylist feedback on the items she sent and requests that I have for future boxes. So I'm always getting my fashion needs met depending on what time of year we're in and what I'm looking for and what events I might have coming up. I am always satisfied too, because it's pretty rare for my request to not be granted, not gonna lie. Finally, when you fill out your styling quiz in the beginning, you get to tell them your price point, what you can and can't afford, what style you prefer, what you like, what you don't like when it comes to clothing, and you can give them access to your Pinterest style board, which, truth be told, best thing I ever did for myself. I literally have manifested my Pinterest style board in real life, you guys, because they look at it each month, and if I pin new items to it, they'll try and send me items that I've pinned or close to it. Talk about an added bonus. It's just amazing. So seriously, I feel like I've bragged enough. I'm sure you get the point by now. Short Story is for petites of all ages, all sizes. If you are 5'4" and under, this is the subscription box for you. No more shopping in stores. Let your clothes come directly to you. Hopefully, this will then save you time. I know we all need more of that, and money in the long run. I wouldn't be recommending a company that I myself don't strongly support and believe in personally. I have been a loyal subscriber of Short Story for over 6 years now, and I am so proud of it. Be honest. If you are short or petite like me, wouldn't you love to show up at professional events or family gatherings feeling confident in what you're wearing, knowing that it came tailored to your specific fashion needs? If you're intrigued at all, go into my show notes for today's episode and use the referral link that I put in there. this link will waive your $25 styling fee for your first box. If you are anything like me and you're ready to uplevel your style, show up as that next level version of yourself, and feel like $1,000,000, then subscribe to Short Story today. I promise you will not regret it. All links will be in my show notes for today's episode. All right, so getting into the meat of what I want to talk to you guys about today. If you've been following me on social media, you would know that I'm doing this 75 aligned challenge. And so this challenge started for me, I started it on September 5th. And just to give you an idea of what this challenge is, it's not like 75 hard. When I tell people that I'm doing the 75 aligned challenge, a lot of them are like, oh, it's like the 75 hard. No, it's not. It's different. So the 75 aligned challenge it's a goal for the different areas of our life. So we have a daily physical goal, a daily mental goal, a daily spiritual goal, financial goal, a personal goal, and then no alcohol. And we're doing this for 75 days straight. And so the physical goal includes a daily 45-minute workout. The mental goal is reading 10 pages a day. The spiritual goal is doing daily meditation. The financial goal we get to come up with for ourselves. So we're supposed to come up with our own personal goal that we want to work towards in the area of finances. And then the last two is coming up with your own personal goal, like an aligned action of our choice. And then the rule of no alcohol. And truth be told, the no alcohol was super easy because I was already not drinking alcohol because of my health journey and the fertility journey. So that has been a piece of cake. Honestly, I've been between like Hi-O and Kinu Forks. I've been having those on hand lately for like when we do have friends over, when we do go to a party or friends invite us over. It's just a nice NA option to always have on hand. So yeah, that has not been difficult at all. But I wanted to share with you what my goals have been. And I also want to share with you what benefits I've noticed just from, I'm like 38 days into this challenge. So I'm halfway through, but I've already noticed so many benefits coming out of this that I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to share these benefits with you guys. And if you feel inclined to do similar goals in your life, go for it. I mean, what better way to end the new year than realigning yourself and using more effective daily routines that are more fulfilling for you. At least that's how I feel since starting this. So just to give you some specifics, my money goal that I set for myself, I kind of had two. I wanted to work through my limiting money beliefs in the beginning, which that's something that you regularly do. It's not like a one and done. Like when I first started the business, I worked through a lot of my limiting beliefs around money. But then as I have gone through the first year of business, I've noticed like others that have popped up. So I feel like from time to time, you have to just readdress those limiting beliefs. So anyways, I wanted to work through the current limiting beliefs I was holding on to around money and finances. And then my daily goal around money was to check my bank accounts daily. That might sound super simple to some of you, but for somebody like me, like checking my bank account daily was a very intimidating action. And so I wanted to be more comfortable with it. And the only way to be more comfortable with something is to face your fear. And so checking it daily is my way of facing my fear. And then I heard from a fellow podcaster about the reason you should be checking your bank account daily, besides the fact that that's what some of the most successful people do, is check their bank accounts daily. Another reason behind it is you're building comfort as if like money is a friend. Like you're building the relationship with money more. You're building the comfort zone between you and money more. And so that's what I wanted to do. And then my aligned action was I wanted to post content on my social media page, ideally 5 days a week. And then along with that, no phone before bed. So before I talk to you about the benefits that I've noticed from doing this challenge, now that I'm about halfway through, I want to talk to you about when I went into this. So the past version of me, anytime I would like set a workout goal for myself or do any kind of a challenge, whether it be Beachbody or whatever it might be, the perfectionist within me would shame myself anytime I dropped the ball. And so I wanted to be careful going into this challenge to not do that this time around, because here's the deal. None of us are perfect. We're going to drop the ball. You're going to have days where you can't get it all in. You're going to have days where you fall short. But shaming yourself and making yourself feel stupid because of the fact that you dropped the ball does not help with the whole point behind this challenge. And so I went into this telling myself, on days when I fall short, I'm just going to tell myself, you'll pick back up tomorrow. And that's what I've had to do. In fact, I've had weekends where I've fallen short, but again, I just pick back up the next day because life happens, right? This challenge is not about perfection. This challenge is about doing what feels aligned and right for me every single day. And I will say, what I love about the 75 Aligned Challenge is these daily rituals, these daily activities, they truly do feel aligned with me. And chances are I'm going to continue them long after this challenge is done. So I love that. You know, sometimes with some challenges, it's like, oh, I can't wait for it to be done because this is so not me. Not with this one. I love the idea of doing a daily 45-minute workout. I love the idea of daily reading. I love daily meditation. I'm going to stick with these financial goals for sure because they definitely feel aligned. I'm going to continue to not consume alcohol. I mean, it just all is so aligned with me and my professional and personal goals for myself. So I love that. It's a good challenge when you feel like it's something you want to continue even when it's done. Okay, so like I said, I have noticed so many benefits come out of this, and I'm only halfway through the challenge, which is amazing, right? So the one thing I want to start with is daily meditation. So going into this, I would say I meditated maybe once a week, maybe. But it's been something that I want to get more comfortable with. So for the first month, I've been doing mostly guided meditations. And then every couple of days, I'm trying to work in no guided meditation, just me meditating on my own. And if you are new to meditation or if it's something you don't consistently do, I'm telling you, it feels awkward the first couple of times. But the more you do it, the more natural it feels. And what I've noticed from doing my daily meditation is my intuition has been strengthened significantly. So, like I said, most nights I use a guided meditation, and I'm actually the primary guided meditation that I'm using it's called the Future You meditation. And I actually got it from a mentor in my life, or an expander in my life, Julia Martin. She's actually my current business coach that I'm working with through her Dream Your Biz coaching program. And so this Future You meditation is just perfect because not only is it going to help me to manifest this future version of myself that I'm reaching for, but it also is giving me that daily grounding that I feel we all need. And yeah, like I said, it's significantly strengthened my intuition. And I actually now, I look forward to doing this every day. So that's been a great benefit. Another benefit that I've noticed specifically with my financial goal is I've become so much more comfortable with money. And truth be told, money is flowing to me more easily and effortlessly, which is ironic because that's one of the affirmations that I say every day is money flows to me easily and effortlessly. It truly is. The business is thriving. Specifically with the private practice, I'm booked 8 weeks out, which I'm not complaining. It's a great problem to have. But starting January 1st, I'm going to actually go down to only doing therapy on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So 3 days a week versus 4. That's going to be hard for the fact that I am booked solid 4 days a week right now. But in order to incorporate the new coaching business, I have to do that. So yeah, but anyways, the money, because of the fact that business is thriving, the money is flowing a lot more easily and effortlessly. I feel I don't worry about money anymore. In general, I just don't worry about finances at all. I mean, we're making this work and the business, like I said, is thriving. It's such a great feeling. And I will also say another benefit with the financial goal is I just feel more confident around money. I feel more confident talking about finances. I am not intimidated by finances like I used to be. We had my pre-tax meeting with my husband and my accountant, but he's the accountant for my business. And while there's always mumbo jumbo that I don't understand, because just the financial world in general is just, it's over my head, to be completely honest, but I felt more confident in this meeting than I had in previous ones. So that just felt great. So yeah, that's been an amazing benefit to see. And like I said, I'm only a little over a month in, so that's a great feeling. With my personal aligned action, which my personal aligned action is to post content on my professional Instagram page 5 days a week, and then also not be on my phone before bed. The phone before bed was an adjustment, but truth be told, in the beginning, I just replaced it with reading my 10 pages. So since that's one of the pieces of the challenge, I just, instead of being on my phone, I just read the 10 pages or a chapter out of my book instead. But there are some days that I fall short on the no phone part of this. But for the posting content 5 days a week, I will say in the beginning, before I started this, I was hesitant about being seen, being vulnerable on social media, but the consistent posting, I do feel so much more comfortable being seen. Like, I'm putting myself out there, whether there's makeup on or not, whether I edit or not. I'm getting better about it. I wouldn't say I'm perfect, but I'm getting better about it. And nobody can do it perfectly anyways. I mean, social media is just it can also be an intimidating thing as a business owner, especially if you're not comfortable being seen. But I will say, the more vulnerable I am on social media, the more easy it is to be seen. And then as a result of the consistent content posting, my business is growing. I'm gaining traction on the podcast. I'm already getting some traction with my coaching business, and I'm not even ready to take off with that yet. So, it's working. The consistent posting is working. Such a great feeling. And with what I've noticed from my mental goal, which is reading 10 pages a day. So I am a self-help book junkie. I love self-help books, which, I mean, that's really not a surprise. I'm a therapist. Like, I feel like that's not a surprise. But prior to this challenge, I had gotten so far away from reading, which is just not like me. I love to read. And typically in the summer is when I read the most. And so because the business was taking up so much of my time over the summer, I wasn't making time for reading. So intentionally making that time because of this challenge was a game changer. Like, getting back to daily reading. I read a chapter a night, and it's just what I needed. It fills my cup, especially right before bed. It's just such a great feeling. And I love a good self-help book. So that's been so great. The benefits from that and what I'm getting out of these self-help books is just so fulfilling on so many levels. Currently, I'm reading Be Seen by Jen Gottlieb, and oh my word, I love this book. She is truly speaking to me, and it's really also helping with my daily content posting as well. So I love that. But if you haven't read her book, I highly recommend. She is amazing. Her book is just, it's awesome. Highly, highly recommend that. And then with the reading, I also feel like the daily reading has helped me with setting my intentions for the next day for work. Since my books have all been like self-help books, typically I take what I learned from that chapter and I try to set intentions around that for the next day. So that's been really great too. I don't know, like a great way to start my day every day. And then the last benefit that I've noticed is with my physical goal with the daily 45-minute workouts. So many benefits from this. I mean, come on, you can't be surprised about that. But when I started the challenge, I was doing daily yoga or Pilates or a mixture of both. And for yoga, I was specifically doing Kundalini yoga. And if you haven't heard of Kundalini yoga, look it up. I was intrigued by it. Earlier this summer, I had a Reiki session, or an Akashic record reading session, actually. And what part of what came out of that session was my spirit guides had told the healer that I need to be getting into Kundalini yoga. And so it took about a month before I actually like started it. But what I love about it is it really helped with aligning and balancing my chakras. And the reason I recognize and notice that is, one, because I've become way more intuitive, so I can definitely notice a difference in that. But two, like the specific yoga that Kundalini yoga is geared towards opening and balancing your chakras. And I'm telling you, that shit works. I mean, it's powerful. If you've never tried it before, part of Kundalini yoga also includes chanting. And so to some, I know that may feel really weird and really outside of your element, but personally, I love it and I totally buy into it. So give it a try if you haven't. It might not be your thing, but at least you can say you tried it. And like I mentioned in the beginning, typically in the past when I would miss a workout, I would heavily shame myself or make myself feel guilty for missing a workout. But with going into this challenge, telling myself that, I mean, literally the gal who is like putting this challenge on, she's actually going to be doing a collab with me in December on the podcast, but she is a money coach. And she actually in the beginning, before kicking it off, had said, you know, let go of your perfectionist tendencies. This isn't about being perfect. It's about doing what feels right and aligned. And so if you fall off one day, if you fall short one day, it's okay, because you're going to try again the next day. And so with that physical goal of doing daily 45-minute workouts, I told myself I'm not going to shame myself if I miss a workout. So I'm literally letting go of the rules that I would typically put on myself, and letting go of that perfectionist shadow was what I needed to do, because I'm not saying that I do it perfectly every day, but I do my best. And it feels good to not have the weight of shame that I would carry when my previous version of me would make myself feel bad for missing. So this whole challenge has just been so good for me in so many ways, so many benefits, both spiritually and mentally and financially and physically. I mean, this truly was the best thing I could have done for myself. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this challenge. So I guess all of this is to say, these daily habits that I've been incorporating as a result of this challenge, they feel right and they feel aligned for me. So they're going to be easy to continue to incorporate into my daily routine. But if you look at your routine and you look at your daily habits and you recognize that maybe they're not all filling your cup, then you need to tweak your daily routine. You need to update your daily habits. If you're a busy mom and it's important to you to get some form of physical activity in, do you need to spend less time on your phone? Do you need to, I don't know, like, do you need a habit stack in some way? I mean, I will say that's a big part of how I'm able to fit everything into my daily routine. I don't have kids yet, but habit stacking is just a no-brainer. Like, I do my affirmations while I'm driving to work in the morning. I listen to a podcast while I'm walking. I do meditation in the shower. I mean, there's just so many ways you can habit stack. Those are just what I do. But, you know, if you're able to stack a habit on top of another habit, do that, because it's going to feel less overwhelming in the end. And I know that if you're a mom, you have a lot on your plate. And so me sitting here telling you, like, find aligned daily habits. Like, that's the least of your worries. I get it. But when you're intentional about your daily habits, when you prioritize what really matters to you, it's a game changer. You are going to up level as a result of these daily habits. You are going to show up as a more confident version of yourself. Like I said, I've noticed my intuition has been strengthened. I feel so much more confident, even as a result of my intuition being strengthened. And I'm more confident on social media and more confident with money. I mean, it is a game changer, all because of these daily little habits. I mean, seriously, it takes 2 minutes to check my bank accounts every day. 2 minutes. That's an easy goal. And as a result of that, I feel more confident with money. I'm less intimidated. So I'm telling you, there's something to the fact that, we all have a daily routine of some kind, but is it aligned? Is it aligned with what matters to you? Is it really something you want to be prioritizing? So just some food for thought, just something to think about. I know that I'm going to stick with this for the long term because I love it. It feels right for me. So find something that feels right for you. I definitely don't think you will regret that. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. If there's any questions you have about anything that I talked about today, feel free to DM me, reach out to me. I'll put information in the show notes. Otherwise, have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you so much for listening to us. It means so much to me. If there were any aha moments or anything that really resonated with you on today's episode, then please take a minute and share it on your social media and tag me so I can personally thank you. Also, if you could, please rate and review the podcast as it is new, and that really helps to get the word out there more and reach even more listeners. I'll catch you on the next episode.